Hi, welcome to my channel. I have another Good and the Beautiful haul to share with you today. So if you enjoy this type of content and other homeschool and lifestyle content, please remember to subscribe and let's get into it. I know what you're thinking right now, I have problems. I probably do. With this many more boxes, I already put up one big Good and the Beautiful haul. Well, I have another one. These two boxes are from, you can't even see the bottom one, but it's down here, are from their recent sale, and then they have their new history curriculum. This one I had gotten just a little bit before that to fill in with some of the gaps of things. And so as I got on their site and just started looking at stuff, I'm like, you know, some people like shoes, and I have very expensive shoes now that I've had ankle surgery, so I don't know if I can count shoes anymore, but I don't have that many shoes. I just have some expensive ones. But some people like shoes, or they like a lot of clothes, or maybe they collect other things. I don't even know. What do you collect? I am like a kid in the candy store when it comes to homeschool curriculum. I just have a problem. I just get so excited. A lot of it we like need, you know, like we're gonna use it. And some of it I just wanted to try and just see what it was like. And so that's why I got it. So I'm gonna open these bottom two boxes because I haven't even opened them yet from being sick and being out of town and all the things. I haven't gotten to it. So I'm going to open them, get it all organized, and then I'll come back and share it with you. Okay, I got it all done, I think. So I first just wanna go over science. So when I unboxed the last one, I realized I hadn't gotten the ecosystems book. I got the student workbooks, but I'd forgotten this. So I got this one, and some of these books might go with that. I can't keep track. These ones might be for another science unit, so I'll have to look. I can't remember. And then there's also this space science one, because a lot of you had mentioned that the older ones don't line up as well with the new work, like student workbooks. And since I had an old one that I think I had just printed and stuff, or maybe had bought but had to spiral bind myself. Anyway, I got a new one so that it'll all line up the way it's supposed to. And then there is this ecosystems book. So I don't know if this also goes with it, with the ecosystems one. And then they now have these little science activity books for younger kids. So I have a few different kids that could use this. We'll see, we can always make copies of pages and stuff. But this one's for ecosystems. I also got the ones for mammals and weather and water because we are doing these studies right now. And so I got those so that they can have some activities if other things are too hard, especially for my 8-year-old. And then also this I Spy Mammals, because my 3-year-old loves the I Spy books, especially Bluey ones. So we'll see if he likes this one as much, but I saw that one. And then, oh, this one goes with the ecosystems books as well. So this owl one. So the rest of these books must go with this science unit. So we have kingdoms and classifications here. So I got the student workbooks, 2 for 7th and 8th graders, and then 2 for 3 through 6. And then also just the books that go with it. So those are, I think we'll get through most of the science. We have gone through so many of their units, and so I really don't, like, I think when we finish this school year, we will have done them all. So all the ones that I have, and then we just have a few that we haven't done. And then the other thing for science that I wanted to try as well was Little Hearts and Hands, Bones and Stones. This is the only one I don't have. I think they have 4. And so I have the other ones, and then this is the teacher, like, parent guide that goes with it. But I also thought that my 3-year-old might enjoy this more just because it's like dinosaurs and stuff and rocks, right? So that might be more fun for him. So I got that to try that one out. And then I just had gotten these readers. These were like the only separate readers that I had gotten. They're not in order, but they're the Lantern Lane ones. And so I had gotten the first 3, and then when they did like their history curriculum, the 4th one released, so I got that one as well. So I have these are, they say 6th and 7th level. And so we'll see who reads them and everything, but I got them to try out. I know a lot of people really like them, so that's why I have those. And then I got a bunch of drawing stuff because I have several kids that like to draw, and some of my older kids, especially as we're going in some of the older grades, like having some elective options for them and things to do just in, it doesn't even necessarily have to be elective, but like a free time activity, because sometimes they just are like, I'm so bored, which it's good to be bored, but they are so bored to the point that they're disrupting everybody else. So even if I just had a list they could pick from of things to do, I haven't decided exactly how I'm gonna use these, if I do divide them up and have them work on them a little bit every single week, or if it's more just what they wanna do. So we don't have this one. We have one for birds, I think, already, but this one was for trees. So I got that one. And then they have all these vintage images. These, well, this is the first one, but they don't have them all in order. I don't have them all in order. They have them in order. But this one's level 4 and there's level 5. So, you know, obviously it progressively gets harder and more like complicated pictures versus when you're first starting, right? Just like simple pictures. So I got those to try to incorporate into our curriculum and to give my kids things to do. And then I had one child that needed more handwriting, and I already have handwriting, like some of the upper levels, but I did not have this one. So the other ones I'm ready for my other kids when they're done, but I was not ready for her to be done with her handwriting. So she kept asking me this morning, Mom, where's my new handwriting? And I'm like, I'm gonna get to it today, okay? Just be patient. And then the last thing I have to show you is all this history curriculum. Like, look at it all. It's a big pile. And so this is their new history curriculum. We only did 1 year, like the first year of their history curriculum before they revised everything. I do have the second year, we just never got to it. And so I'm excited to try this out. This one is way more colorful and already looks just like so much more fun. So it has the history stories. So it comes, you know, obviously a lot of these things come in the packet, and then you also buy like the student packet or workbooks. And so there's things that come with that too. So it has that, and then the maps and images to go along with that, which I appreciate that that's spiral bound, because sometimes it's hard to show those things. I think the last books weren't. And so trying to like flip the pages was difficult. And then this is the course book. And then it also comes with these student explorers. So I have 2 kids that will be in the 3 through 6 grades and 2 in 7th and 8th. And these are substantially different sizes. And so because the older grades, they give extra activities too, which sometimes is hard to do as a homeschooler when I'm teaching so many different grades. So we'll have to see what we can get to and stuff like that. But it's all colorful, it has a bunch of activities in it, and I don't know their old curriculum well enough to know all the things and all the differences that are between the two. And then it also comes with this timeline book. So I think this is something that you would like throw away at the end of the year, I believe. Like it comes, I think, with one for each of my kids that are doing it, because I think there's stickers, yeah. So there's stickers that they would put on the timeline as you go through. And so there's enough for each of them. And then this I got, again, as extra, just, it's the activity book for K through 12, K through 2, K through 2nd, whatever. And so I got this just to look and see, because there's some coloring pages, you know, there's just different things that might be better suited for either my 8-year-old or for my 3, he'll be turning 4 during that school year, so it might be better for him. And then it also comes with this time tunnel. I think they're review cards. I don't know if it's some sort of game, but yeah, just review cards here. So that's something else. So it's a lot, but I'm excited to try it out and to see how we like it. All right, so that was my second Good and the Beautiful haul. It should be the last one for this upcoming school year. But if you want to see how I put all this curriculum together for the different grades, those videos usually come out in May. So I'm getting ready right now to write everything up to get ready to film them during April. And then they'll usually come up in May. So then you can see how everything goes together, and there'll be a few other things added to the Good and the Beautiful curriculum that some of my older kids will be doing as well. So that is the haul. If you enjoyed these types of videos, please remember to give me a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.